Anna had always been fascinated by the idea of living in America. Growing up in a small town in Brazil, she spent hours watching American movies and TV shows, imagining what life would be like on the other side of the world. The opportunity to become an exchange student came as a surprise, and Anna jumped at the chance. She knew it would be a once-in-a-lifetime experience that would change her forever. The day Anna arrived in the United States was one she would never forget. As the plane descended over the snow-covered landscape, she felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. It was winter, and everything was covered in a blanket of white, something she had only seen in movies. The cold air took her breath away as she stepped out of the airport, making her realize just how far from home she really was. Her host family, the Johnsons, was waiting for her with a big sign that read, "Welcome, Anna." They were a typical American family, just like the ones she had seen on TV. Mr. Johnson was tall and had a kind smile, while Mrs. Johnson had warm eyes that immediately put Anna at ease. Their two children, Emily and Jake, were around Anna's age, and seemed just as excited to meet her. The drive to their home was like stepping into a new world. The roads were wide, the houses big, and neatly arranged, each with its own yard. Anna noticed how everything seemed so orderly and different from her hometown. The Johnsons' house was a cozy two-story home with a white picket fence, just like Anna had always imagined. Inside, the warmth from the fireplace welcomed her as Mrs. Johnson made hot chocolate, and they all sat down to get to know each other. Anna's first day at the American high school was overwhelming. The school was much larger than the one she attended in Brazil, with long hallways lined with lockers, and students bustling in every direction. As she walked through the school with Emily, she couldn't help but feel small and out of place. The loud bell signaling the start of classes startled her, and she clutched her schedule tightly, trying to make sense of the room numbers and subjects. In her first class, English Literature, the teacher, Mrs. Brown, introduced Anna to the class. She smiled nervously as the students turned to look at her, some with curiosity, others with welcoming smiles. Mrs. Brown spoke slowly and clearly, making sure Anna understood what was happening. She handed Anna a copy of To Kill a Mockingbird, explaining that they would be reading it in class. Anna had heard of the book, but had never read it, so she was eager to dive in. Lunchtime was a whole new experience for Anna. The cafeteria was huge, with rows of tables filled with students talking, laughing, and eating. The food options were different from what Anna was used to. There were burgers, pizza, salads, and something called tater tots, which she had never seen before. Emily introduced her to a group of girls who welcomed Anna to sit with them. They were curious about Brazil, asking her about the food, music, and what life was like back home. Anna felt a little shy at first, but soon found herself enjoying the conversation. As the weeks went by, Anna started to notice the cultural differences between Brazil and America. One of the biggest surprises was how independent the American teenagers were. Many of her classmates had part-time jobs, drove their own cars, and were already thinking about what colleges they wanted to attend. In Brazil, Anna was used to spending more time with her family, and decisions like these were usually made with a lot of input from parents. Anna also noticed that Americans were very direct in their communication. They expressed their opinions openly, and weren't afraid to disagree or debate. At first, this was a little intimidating for Anna, who was used to a more reserved and polite way of speaking. But as she adjusted, she realized that this directness made it easier to understand where people stood, and helped her feel more confident in sharing her own thoughts. Another adjustment was the pace of life. In Brazil, Anna's days were filled with long family meals, where they would sit around the table, talking and laughing for hours. In America, everything seemed faster. People were always on the go, with packed schedules, and little time for leisurely meals. The Johnsons were very busy with work, school, and extracurricular activities, and Anna found herself adapting to this new, faster-paced lifestyle. Despite the differences, Anna began to find her place in this new world. She joined the school's soccer team, which quickly became her favorite part of the day. Soccer was popular in Brazil, and Anna was a skilled player. The team welcomed her with open arms, and soon, she was making new friends. The practices were intense, but Anna loved the challenge and the sense of belonging she felt when she played. One of the highlights of Anna's exchange experience was attending her first high school football game. She had seen football in American movies, but experiencing it in person was something else entirely. The whole town seemed to come out for the game, filling the bleachers with cheering fans. The cheerleaders performed impressive routines, the school band played energetic music, and the atmosphere was electric. Anna didn't fully understand the rules of the game, but she got caught up in the excitement, cheering along with everyone else. Another memorable experience was Halloween. In Brazil, Halloween was not widely celebrated, so Anna was thrilled to take part in the festivities. The Johnsons went all out, decorating their house with spooky decorations, carving pumpkins, and planning costumes. Anna dressed up as a witch, and they all went trick-or-treating around the neighborhood. It was a night filled with fun and laughter, and Anna couldn't believe how much candy she collected. As Thanksgiving approached, Anna was excited to experience this uniquely American holiday. Mrs. Johnson explained the history of Thanksgiving, and Anna learned about the tradition of giving thanks for the blessings in one's life. The Johnsons invited their extended family over for a big Thanksgiving dinner. Anna helped in the kitchen, learning how to prepare a turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, and pumpkin pie. When they all sat down to eat, each person took turns sharing what they were thankful for. Anna was touched by the warmth and love in the room, and realized just how much she had to be grateful for. While Anna's exchange experience was filled with wonderful moments, it wasn't without its challenges. There were times when she felt homesick, missing her family, friends, and the familiarity of her life in Brazil. The language barrier was also a struggle at times. Although Anna had studied English for years, being surrounded by native speakers was different. There were moments when she felt lost in conversations, especially when her classmates used slang or spoke quickly. There were also moments when Anna felt overwhelmed by the differences in culture. Sometimes, she felt out of place, unsure of how to navigate certain situations. But each time she faced a challenge, Anna reminded herself why she was here. She was determined to make the most of this opportunity, to learn and grow from every experience. Slowly but surely, Anna began to overcome these challenges. Her English improved as she became more confident in speaking. She found comfort in the routines she established, like her daily soccer practices, and the time she spent with her host family. She also leaned on her new friends, who were always there to support her and help her understand the cultural nuances. One of the most significant moments of growth for Anna came during a school project in her history class. The assignment was to create a presentation on an important historical event in America. Anna was paired with a classmate named Sarah, who was known for being outspoken and confident. At first, Anna was nervous about working with Sarah, afraid that her English skills wouldn't be good enough, and that she wouldn't be able to contribute equally. However, as they began working together, Anna found that her perspective as an exchange student brought a unique and valuable angle to the project. Sarah appreciated Anna's insights, and they ended up creating a presentation that was both informative and engaging. When they presented it to the class, Anna felt a sense of pride and accomplishment. It was a turning point that showed her just how much she had grown during her time in America. As the end of her exchange year approached, Anna began to reflect on everything she had experienced. She thought about the first day she arrived, feeling so nervous and unsure, and how much she had changed since then. She had learned to navigate a new culture, made lifelong friends, and improved her English skills. But more than that, she had learned a lot about herself. Anna realized that being an exchange student was about more than just learning a new language or experiencing a different culture. It was about stepping out of her comfort zone, embracing the unknown, and growing as a person. She had learned to be more independent, to express her thoughts and opinions with confidence, and to adapt to new situations. When the time came to say goodbye, Anna was filled with mixed emotions. She was sad to leave behind the life she had built in America, the friends she had made, and the Johnsons, who had become like a second family to her. But she was also excited to return home and share her experiences with her family and friends in Brazil. The Johnsons threw a farewell party for Anna, inviting all her friends from school and the soccer team. They shared stories, laughed, and took lots of pictures. As they all gathered around for one last group photo, Anna felt a deep sense of gratitude for the incredible experience she had been given. On the plane ride back to Brazil, Anna looked out the window at the clouds below and reflected on everything she had gained during her year as an exchange student. She thought about the new perspectives she had gained, the personal growth she had experienced, and the lasting memories she would carry with her forever. While she was excited to reunite with her family and return to the familiar comforts of home, she knew that she was returning as a different person, more confident, more independent, and more open-minded. As the plane touched down in Brazil, Anna felt a mixture of emotions. She was eager to share her stories, but she also realized that her experience in America had become a part of her in ways that words could never fully capture. The lessons she had learned, and the friendships she had made would stay with her for the rest of her life. Stepping off the plane, Anna saw her family waiting for her, waving excitedly. She rushed to them, feeling the warmth of their embrace, and in that moment, she knew that while her time in America had ended, the adventure was far from over. Anna was now more aware of the world beyond her own borders, and she knew that there were many more experiences waiting for her in the future. As she walked out of the airport, she felt a sense of fulfillment and a readiness to face whatever challenges and opportunities came her way. Her year in America had shown her that the world was full of possibilities, and she was excited to continue exploring them. The journey of Anna, the exchange student, might have ended, but the journey of Anna, the young woman with a broader view of the world, was just beginning.